Hi there. Welcome back to Tiff Reads Books, where I read books and I talk to you about them. I thought today we would do a book haul. It's January 31st and I have, against my better judgment, bought some books this year. And I have also gone to the library today. And I plan on reading some of these in February, obviously my library books. So thought I would do a little book haul and kind of a TBR for you and have a little chat. So almost all the books I have picked up secondhand. So we'll start with this one. Picked up a copy of Braiding Sweetgrass for $1 at my local thrift, and I'm very excited. She's in good condition, and I read this on audio and have really wanted a physical copy. So I'm looking forward to rereading it and analyzing it and tabbing it and just doing all of the fun things. So this is by Robin Wall Kimmerer, who is a professor of botany, and she weaves in her botanical knowledge with her indigenous culture knowledge and kind of talks about getting in touch with her native roots, as well as being a underrepresented minority in STEM. I'll just go in the order of the stack rather than the order I bought them. I bought this one new. This is Angels Before Man. This is a queer retelling of the fall of Satan, and I bought this for a buddy read with my friend Drew in March. So I'm excited about this one. Our goal is March. Hopefully it will happen in March, but I'm excited for this one. That's kind of all I know at the moment, and I kind of want to keep it at that. And I had to buy the hardcover because I love this art on the hardcover so much. This is an independent published book, so I did have to buy it. I couldn't get it from the library. I bought from a third-party bookstore on Amazon. That's the only way that I try to buy books on Amazon, with the exception of independently published, where I can only find them through Amazon. So this is third-party used secondhand. I could not find volume 6 at any of my libraries. So I bought it and I finished it the other day, and I'm very excited to keep going with Attack on Titan. This is a shelf trophy. Found it at my thrift store for $2. This is To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. This is an epic science fiction story. I don't know the classifications of science fiction genres. I do know this is like hard sci-fi, but it follows a woman who, it's kind of like a first contact story almost, but she finds this suit that is like a micro alien species, and it kind of kicks off this whole intergalactic war, and it's a very well written, very fascinating book that I really enjoyed on audio and now have a shelf trophy for. Sticking with Christopher Paolini, volumes 2 and 3 of The Inheritance Cycle, which I did not read as a teenager when they were coming out. I read Aragon last year, and I'm looking forward to continuing the series this year. Picked these up at my thrift store for $2 a piece. So that's what I've spent on books this year. Not a whole lot. I do have a spreadsheet that shows it, so I'll put the total here. Now, it's starting to feel slumpy, where I've only really read audiobooks this year. I've been having a hard time with physical books, so I decided to go to the library and get some manga and some graphic novels and some short stories and some novellas, and this is what I ended up coming away with. And so my plan is to start reading these this weekend and get most of them read within the next week, just to kind of kickstart myself back into reading. It's a stack. So we'll go in, the order that it's stacked in. This is the longest one that I picked up, and how could I not? It's been on my list to try it out. It's only 275 pages. The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim. So many people have talked about this. So many people put this on their best horror of 2024 lists, and I have been desperate to try it. This is a girl who, her mom starts dating this new guy, and she kind of becomes obsessed with the idea of eating his eyeballs, I guess. That's the gist of what I've gathered from other people's videos. Books don't put the synopses on the back anymore, and I don't want to open it up to find out, so that's what we're going with. Feed Them Silence by Lee Mandello. I have read one other Lee Mandello, and that was The Woods All Black, and I really liked it. I don't know what this is. I know nothing about it except for that it's sci-fi. And it has a wolf on the cover. And it says, a toxic love story delivered in Mandello's visceral, melancholic prose, and that was from Alex E. Harrow. So I'm going to go into it not knowing anything else about it, but that it is 105 pages with the acknowledgements. So this will be a quick read. Lee Mandello's writing I really enjoyed in The Woods All Black, so I want to try more out. Lena Rather's Sisters of the Vast Black. I can't remember what the Lena Rather book I read last year was, but I really liked it. I'll put it here because it made me want to go and look up. Oh, it was A Season of Monstrous Conception. So it was a historic period piece with midwives who were kind of witchy and otherworldly portal, and it was really good feminine rage, and I loved it. So I looked up Lena Rather, found more books by them, and this one actually has the thing on the back. Years ago, old Earth sent forth sisters and brothers into the vast dark of the prodigal? I can't speak today. Prodigal colonies armed with only crucifixes and iron faith. Now the sisters of the Order of St. Rita are on an interstellar mission of mercy aboard Our Lady of Impossible Constellations, a living, breathing ship that seems determined to develop a will of its own. When the Order receives a distress call from a newly formed colony, the sisters discover that the bodies and souls in their care and that of the galactic diaspora are in danger, and not from the void beyond, but from the nascent central governance and the church itself. It sounds timely, and I've listened to the first 20 or 30 minutes of the audiobook, and I just got distracted, so I wanted to pick it up physically. And they had it, so I was like, oh, I recognize that one, let me grab it. Okay, manga. I didn't find any graphic novels I wanted to grab, but I did find a bunch of manga, and I'm kind of excited. I have 8, 9, 10, and 11 of Chainsaw Man, so I'm obviously up to volume 7. I'm enjoying this. I feel like it's very self-aware. It's very immature, but it's aware that it's immature, and I kind of like it for that. This is a story about a boy who is indebted to the Yakuza through his father, and he hunts demons for them, and then something happens to him, and he ends up hunting demons for the government, and he can turn his arms and legs and head into chainsaws. It's very ridiculous, very ridiculous. And really, in the first book, all he wants is to try jam on toast, and then he gets to try jam on toast, and he's like, oh, what else could I want? I know, I want a hug. And then he gets a hug, and he's like, what else could I want? Oh, I want to touch a boob. That's pretty much the first book, and I was like, this is so stupid, and I kind of love how stupid it is. Honestly, it's not something I would normally like, but I just like how stupid it is, so we're gonna keep reading. And then I'm so excited about this because I've been looking everywhere and I couldn't find it in the apps or on the website. This is Attack on Titan volumes 7, 8, and 9. So I'm excited to continue with this. All bound in one book, so I can just sit down this weekend and read my big floppy manga omnibus. My bind up of 7, 8, and 9. This is textured cover too. It's kind of cool. So I may eventually buy these. I don't know if I'll buy these bind ups of 3 books at a time. Probably whatever I can find. I already own one individual book, so who knows. But I'm excited to try something different this weekend and just kind of reset my brain. So those are the books. That's my first book haul of the year. Depending on how much I buy or how many library trips I do, I might start trying to do one at the end of every month. So if you want more book hauls like this, which are going to largely be used books and library books, and then if I decide to unhaul any, I can do that in the video as well, because I'm trying to get through these and others on the shelves that I bought used and need to know if I want to keep. So if you want me to keep doing these, hit the like button, drop a comment, let me know, and I'll see you next time.